Hey guys. Okay, so this is going to be a weird one. So before I got on camera, I've done this with each zodiac. Just kind of sit for a silent moment and see if anything pops into my head. And so bizarre because no one's gotten something quite like this. So I had this image in my mind of first I heard somebody say, "Well, not the way you do it." And I was like, not the way you do it. What does that mean? Right. Just that kind of random sentence. And it was like, it was obviously somebody who was like impressed with what someone else does. And it's like, what do you mean anyone can do this? And somebody's like, well, not the way you do it. And I was like, what does that mean? And then the image popped into my head of somebody like, the throwing axes that people use for like, full on like target practice kind of stuff, I know there's like places that you can go, even like some big cities where tourists are like, oh, go and throw axes. I don't know if it's like all the Viking movies and shows and stuff that got that popular, but someone was like super skilled at throwing axes. And I don't know if it was masculine or feminine. All I know is I was chuckling because I've never done that in my life. I don't have axes. I have zero interest in that. So very off topic. I haven't watched any Viking shows. I don't know anyone who's become an axe thrower, but it has nothing to do with me. All right. But somebody does it well, and it's an impressive thing. So it's somebody who has, to me, everything that pops in my head is like, it's a metaphor, right? So to me, this is somebody who has skill and accuracy in, something not everybody does. So Capricorn, well done. if that is our lead character, you don't do it the way everyone else does. You do it better. I think that's a great message. We have this Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. We have a Hierophant upright, Taurus energy, and we have the 10 of Swords upright. Lots of cards about significant change. This says I'm changing, this says it's over, and this says new contract. This is like my contract is with my higher self. This is like, oh, I'm not even plotting toward some destination the way I used to. Oh gosh, no. It's like we just jumped timelines, and the timeline jump is because we heard the calling from our higher selves. It's almost like, sometimes we are one person for a really long time in life. Like we identify as, this is what I do for a living, and we do it for 15 years, and then kind of suddenly we say, that's not what I am anymore. I'm this, and we take off in a career that could be totally different. And it's like it opens up a whole new phase of our life, almost like something totally differently suits me today. I mean, this could be someone who chooses some path that they feel guided to, and it could be a spiritual path. It doesn't have to be. It could be a religious path. Could be something where it's like it just feels like profound meaning for this individual. But it ends a phase of their life, and it marks a new contract. This is very exciting. And it's a path that doesn't have a lot of obstacles because we just got the 7 of Wands in the reverse. This, however this goes, like I said, somebody's throwing axes and hitting a bullseye, and it's like they didn't have training, they didn't have practice, they just know how to do it. It's just like, well, yeah, I don't know, I just throw, and it needs to go there, so it goes there because that's what I do. And someone else is going, how? Yeah, I'm throwing it too, but not like you are. Like you're hitting the bullseye. How do you do that? How do you know how to do that? Maybe Capricorn is uncovering a hidden talent. Knight of Wands. This is so exciting. This is like, you're right. I am really good at this. I don't know where that came from. All I know is I felt guided to do this. I felt like I can hit that bullseye, and I have no background in this. I have no idea why. I just know that I can do this. And all of a sudden, it's like, now that I've put myself to the test, and I've proven that I can do this, even though there's no real reason why I have an aptitude for it. This is my path. Like, I'm gung-ho for this. Like, absolutely. Let me just do it. Very exciting. Somebody could be moving. They could be changing. We have an Ace of Pentacles. We have a 9 of Pentacles. Someone is reinventing themselves. Again, here with that 9 of Pentacles, we have the owl that is guiding her. And that's like the higher self, the ancestors, our guides, however we want to view that, have been sitting on her shoulder saying, darling, it's time. It's time that you have this new beginning. I know you've been honing a skill, and I know that you're really good at what you do, but you know what? You have some other things, some other talents. It's time to use those too, because it's going to change your life, and it's time for you to have this wonderful life change. Very exciting. Very, there's lots of like promise of better fortune in this new timeline. So I don't know if it's weird because this doesn't feel like someone's like they had an ending and then they're like, what am I going to do next? And then they find their next talent. It almost feels like somebody has done something for a long time and then it just becomes apparent that there's another pathway that just opens to them. And they seem to be the person who naturally steps up and like, okay, think of it this way. Um, say you've been someone who like, you've worked in one capacity at a job. Let's say you worked at a retirement facility and you used to work in the front office and you've been there for 10 years. And then all of a sudden there's talk that, hey, we're going to do some other fun, entertainment type stuff throughout the upcoming season. And it's just obvious that you have a talent. And all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, you're not supposed to be in the office. You're not supposed to be a receptionist. You're not supposed to be in the in-house doing computer work. You're actually supposed to be a performer. And all of a sudden, that is what you do. You become a performer right there at the place, the retirement center, but maybe you also become a performer in your local community. Maybe that is now how you earn a living. And it's just like, wow, I always had this, but I just didn't step into this role until now. But it just fits. It's so natural. King of Pentacles. I gotta say, this is like, this King of Pentacles is like, why did you pretend you couldn't do this before? So this could be a partner that we already have in our life who's like, oh my God, why didn't you tell me? Why were you hiding this? It's like, what do you mean? I wasn't lying about this. I wasn't trying to pretend I couldn't. I just, the moment wasn't there for me to step up and do this yet. Because I almost feel like it's just like looking back at the past. Why didn't I do this before? Well, it wasn't time to step into this until now. That, or someone is like, where have you been? Why weren't you a part of my life until now? There's something here where I feel, I mean, unless this King of Pentacles is our Capricorn, but I feel like this is a mate for the Capricorn. There's so much that is like, this is such a perfect match, yet we didn't know it until now. The moon is about those deeper emotions that are now coming to the surface. I feel like if there's a timeline shift, and I don't know why, I feel like someone takes on a different role in their life, and it could be something where their life doesn't change dramatically as far as like maybe they don't have to move or they don't have to totally alter everything. They could work in the same place, but now they have a totally different title. I mean, vastly different. And everything about them seems different to people that they have known, to the point where this King of Pentacles is looking at the Capricorn going, oh my God, have I been like suppressing how I felt about Capricorn all this time? Did I not see them in that light? How did we not have a romance before now? Why was this not visible? What was being suppressed for so long? There's also some kind of like, who are you? Like, who are you? This, I didn't expect this. You have all this hidden talent. Ace of Cups in the reverse. Somebody's worried Capricorn doesn't love them. I feel like they're a little bit wowed by the Capricorn and a little bit like, I don't even know what to say about this. It's new emotions are being stirred up in other individuals because the Capricorn's timeline has shifted. Capricorn is displaying excitement, passion, traits, talents, all these things that I don't know that they did before. I almost feel like this could have been someone who was just a hard worker who did things day by day, by the book, and all that has changed. It's not like Capricorn is a wild card now. It's just that they're answering some higher calling, something that they're guided to do, and that doorway is open and it's exciting and it's bringing like all this new passion. You know, a person who, the reason I'm using this as an example is because I feel like that would be a significant shift. You know, someone who like worked in an office and they were, you know, like very very skilled and, very precise and very courteous and really good at their office job. And then it turns out they are a ham. They are hilarious. They're super boisterous. They've got an amazing gift for acting on stage. And nobody knew that about this character. Nobody knew that about the Capricorn until now. Nobody realized how talented this Capricorn is. But the Capricorn is just like, well, yeah, well, I never thought to mention that I could do that because there wasn't really an opportunity for me to do that. Well, now the opportunity has arisen and Capricorn just steps up and everybody's like jaw drop, like, oh my God, did you just see what Capricorn did? I didn't know they could do that. Like I feel like this is making somebody see Capricorn in a whole different way. They're wondering, how did they miss this before? How did they not see this before? And now it's like, oh God, does the Capricorn care about me at all? Because have I been lying to myself? Did I not, have I been attracted, but I didn't really pursue it? Why didn't I pursue it? It's almost like they're confused. Like, is Capricorn living with like a cloaking device over them? And now that that's off and they're on this new timeline, somebody is like, what? Where did that come from? How did I not see this? The star. They see the Capricorn as a star, which is what we've been describing. But also like, this is my wish to come true. How did I not see this before? This is like such a wild read. I love it. I love how fun it is. Ooh, 5 of Swords. Did these two not get along? And 4 of Pentacles sideways. Did these two not get along before? Is that what we're seeing? We actually had a strange, I almost want to say that we had an attraction that was simmering underneath something where it was like a little bit of like, oh, we didn't get along, co-workers, we didn't get along together. And then it turns out, I can't believe there was actually suppressed attraction. It's like there was always something under the surface here that was never identified properly, just like Capricorn's talents weren't identified properly. Neither was whatever the emotion was. So there was some energy, but it was like, oh, we must repel each other or something. But that's not what it was at all. Someone needed to remove a blockage and didn't know how to do that. So there was awkwardness and even like a little pent up frustration, maybe that, maybe this person didn't know how to be around Capricorn. And now they're like, oh my God, I totally get it. I understand it now. They see the Capricorn as somebody really amazing, as a star. They don't know how the Capricorn feels about them. I feel like this is like a major eye opener. This person could have even been hostile. This person could have even been unpleasant a little bit to the Capricorn. And oh my God. And now they're looking at it like, I can't believe I'm so drawn to the Capricorn. Like, this is the person I must have. This is the person that I want to collaborate with, cooperate with. This is the person that I see as my empress. This is the person that I see like wanting in my life as a romantic partner, as a partner in life. Interesting that we had so much hidden in this. Why was there so much hidden before? I'm not sure I understand. Was it just not the right time? Or was it that the Capricorn changed and because they're changing, everything around them is changing? Oh, we have the Lovers. Talk about change, right? We see the Serpent, Kundalini energy, major change, life transformation. Both people are actually going through major life changes. They both thought that they were too different. They didn't get along. It was like, nope, we're like, I see things this way, they see things that way. We don't see things eye to eye. We're as different as night and day. And yet, both of us have changed. And now there's like, oh my God, there's like spice here. There's heat here. I know we've been very different, but I also realize I've been attracted to this person for a really long time. Strength card, and I've been scared. This is like 2 people that were actually equally as powerful, that repelled each other, but all the while, if things had shifted just a little bit where the tension could shift, that tension would become passion. And some of the tension was also intimidation. In fact, there's more intimidation now because there's an acknowledgement of passion and attraction. Oh my, this is a spicy little read. What happens here? I'm sorry, I'm just laughing because I feel like this is a fun story. We got the Two of Wands. Sorry, Two of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. They're debating on how to approach someone who they now see as so spicy, so attractive, a little out of their league, a little bit like, and the thing is, I wonder if Capricorn has had an interest in this person too, in all the same kind of mixed up energy flow. Because that balancing act could be representing both of them have had like a little bit of frustration, but also a little underlying interest in each other. Everything's changing at this point, but can they balance things out? The interests that they now have, and I think it's for each other. I think this might be mutual. Certainly, it's heavily on their side. We have the Five of Wands. These two are still going to challenge each other. That's just how this is. We have a storyline where two people challenge each other, no matter what. They challenge each other intellectually. They challenge each other like passionately. They challenge each other, and that's going to continue. They also both might be overthinking things just a little bit now that things have changed. Temperance. They can find balance though. These two are well matched in a lot of ways. I do think that something had to shift before romance could surface here. Otherwise, there had just been, it even could have been like these two kind of avoided each other because, and told each other they don't get along, when in fact there could have been a draw between these two. But now that something is changing dramatically in Capricorn's life, they're being seen differently by the outside world. They're seeing their own life differently. Again, this was a storyline about new contracts. I didn't realize it would be. I thought it was like lifestyle contracts, like, I'm going to go ahead and do what my soul calls me to do, that kind of contract. Instead, it turns out it's a contract between Capricorn and this person as well, this potential love interest who has been around them all along, but it's just now shifting into something totally different. And that's after a lot of like tension and animosity that has some underlying interest. So, like passionate interest. Interesting little story on that one. All right, you guys, as always, these are stories. I am a storyteller, not a psychic, so bear that in mind. Only you decide what your life shall be, and I hope that's always empowering. If you do enjoy my free entertainment, awesome. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for liking this video. Thank you so much for choosing to visit my channel and to be a subscriber to my channel. Those free actions help my free channel continue, so thank you. Bye.